Good evening, everyone. It is my great pleasure and honor, and thanks for the invitation from Mr. Gaban Peng. Very long time I never had the session with you all. So, can you all see my screen?
Yes, we
Yes.
can.
Good evening, all. Happy Chinese New Year to Chinese friends. Kung Si Fa Salai. Kung Si Fa Sai.
恭喜发财.
Myself, Dr. B. Ramanathan. I am the founder and managing director of AC International Private Limited. Actually, I am the PhD holder in biomedical science, really a biologist. So, my favorite hero, Charles Darwin, I'm very happy to speak about him, father of evolution. His statue is situated in the Natural History Museum, London, and he is the great person in the evolution to invent and tell about the theories to the people who wanted to follow the natural selection theory. Charles Robert Darwin is a natural scientist who is having the English naturalist, geologist, and biologist, best known for his contributions towards the science of evolution. Those time it was very fascinating to the people who wanted to invent and to make the people to follow certain theories and the concepts because they wanted to make the people who wanted to realize and make the reviews which are going to add on the value for the scientific innovations and the concepts. His proposition that all species of life have descended over time for common ancestors is now widely accepted by everyone and considered as a foundation for the concept of science. He born 12 February 1809, the Mount House, Shrewsbury, United Kingdom, and died 19 April 1882, home of Charles Darwin Down House. It's very famous in United Kingdom. He was awarded with Copley Medal, Wollaston Medal, Fellow of Royal Society, Royal Medal. The Round the World second voyage of Beagle, the HMS Beagle, the ship, made the voyage, and he was there with 1831 to 1836. It was the history. He was journeying through the countries like South America and East and West places where he could able to reveal the concept which he invented with the collection of, actually he is a geologist but he wanted to collect many specimens, fossil specimens, live specimens, even microbes like planktons and all. So he has collected a lot of informations and it is making him to analyze and realize certain way the hypothesis formulating. That is the way he has written many books. Especially I can mention few things on the origin of species and the theory of evolution by natural selection, descent of man, and the voyage of the beagle. So these are all very important books which are making the people to read and analyze as well as reveal the status of evolutionary concepts. He has written many articles, publications, and presented in many reviews in the journals as well as reviewed referred journals. Mainly, I wanted to mention you all to think about the concepts in a nutshell manner. You should not forget ever Charles Darwin's theory of evolution, that is the natural selection, the important three theories, struggle for existence, use and disuse theory, survival of the fittest. As of now, the pandemic also made the natural selection on the population who are fit to live, overcome with the infection in any ways, whether passive manner or active manner, getting the immunization. It is going to make the survival of the fittest of the community against of COVID-19. So there are so many natural organisms from the plants, animals, or microbial organisms. He has narrated, and it is mentioning the theory very well to fit for all the evolutionary pattern. So that is the natural selection is the main focus idea. He narrated very well for the evolution of species. So to come to his status, how Darwin was celebrated those time, unveiling of his statue, the Darwin statue, outside the former Shrewsbury School where he was a boy to study. So it was established in 1897. Darwin's work has continued to celebrated by numerous publications as well as many events. The Linnean Society of London has commemorated Darwin's achievements by the award of Darwin's Wallace Medal since 1908 onwards. Darwin Day has become an annual celebration, and year 2009 worldwide events were arranged for the bicentenary celebration of Darwin's birth and the 150th anniversary of his publication on the origin of species. The commemoration, which we can able to mention few things to admire and appreciate his contribution. Darwin has been commemorated in the UK by the way of publishing with his printed image on the pounds 10 banknotes printed by the bank authorities using hummingbird and HMS Beagle on the other side. Bank of England. A life-sized statue, a life-size statue of Darwin can be seen in the main hall of Natural History Museum in London. A seated statue of Darwin, unveiled 1897, stands in front of Shrewsbury Library, the building that used to house of Shrewsbury School, which Darwin attended as a boy. Another statue of Darwin as a young man is situated in the grounds of this college of Cambridge. Darwin's College, a postgraduate college at Cambridge, named after his family name. In 1881, Darwin was an eminent figure, still working on his contributions to evolutionary thought that had enormous effect on many fields of science, as narrated father of evolution. Copy of this portrait is available in the National Portrait Gallery in London. So these are all the things we can able to nourish and cherish the memory of Charles Darwin, who is the father of evolution.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Ram. Just on time. Thank you, Dr. Ram. Okay, anyone want to share any feedback? You got 1 minute. Okay, now we are ready for the second speaker. If there's no one want to give any feedback or share anything regarding Charles Darwin and Dr. Ram's presentation. Vincent, Neri Vincent, you are smiling. I think you got something on your mind.
You were going to ask me, I know that.
Yeah.
You are a public speaker, Ram. Speak to us, we want to see you. The slides are wonderful, but in the end, it is you who has to come across, not a PowerPoint presentation. And things like South America is not a country, it is a part of a continent. So therefore, sometimes there were certain things which perhaps could have been voiced in a more clear fashion. But thank you for this very interesting talk about Charles Darwin. And it was his birthday. It was the day when you celebrated the Chinese New Year, and here we were celebrating Charles Darwin's birthday. Thank you very much.
Thank you. How do we pronounce your name? Neri?
It's Neri.
Neri. Where are you from, Neri?
I'm German by nationality. My family's origin are French. This is why it's Neri, but I live in Spain
Oh,
I'm a member of public speaking clubs in Germany and in the UK, so I'm a sort of a bit of everything.
oh, welcome, welcome. Thank you for sharing your feedback. I think it's a
Thank you.
very good advice that all of us can pay attention to as well.
Well, to be honest, I had such a great fun with you 2 weeks ago. That was a marvelous show you put up in Singapore and Indonesia. And this is why I've come back, because you, particularly your young members, are outstanding public speakers. I am absolutely in love with you all.
Yeah.